Good evening, gamers, and welcome to Gamestah's exclusive coverage of the State of the Origin 2 competition, brought to you by ozfortress. This sees multiple states from Australia and a token team from New Zealand taking each other on to see which state is superior. Tonight we're bringing you the first match of this competition, and that is Queensland taking on WACT. And yeah, Feresar, do you want to take us through the teams tonight?
No worries. On blue, we will be having Spitty on Medic, Bulk Demo, Bath Pocket, Rain on Roma, and Milkmaid and Scotty for Scouts. On red, for playing for WACT, we've got Lammy on Medic, Fat on Scout, Pred on Pocket, ZWK on Roma, and Smiling Town Ricky on Scout.
Righto, and the teams are just readying up now, and the video feed should be coming through to you in a second, so we're about to follow Spitty on the first rollout. Spitty is the medic for Queensland, as you can see on my screen, and yeah, what are you expecting for tonight, Feresar?
Oh, this is going to be a tough one. I think Queensland have the more experienced players, but WA seem to have the better DM, I reckon.
Yeah, definitely agree with you there. It's going to be very interesting to see. Anyway, Spitty taking a rocket right out of the gate. Smiley Town, Rain, Bath and Fat all going down on this first point, as does Milkmaiden. Queensland has lost 3 players. WACT has only lost 2 so far, and Queensland is going to get control of this point, but still with pesky Scout sitting under the point. But they've capped this up pretty well. They shut them out pretty well. However, the Scout is still screwing around over to the side there. They're not trying to engage them. They've got the point. They don't need to do anything. And they'll be looking to push on through the spy. Spitty and Lammy both have Ubers, Feresar.
Yeah, this is a bit of an interesting situation since it's a bit of a stalemate. We'll probably see some sort of play from Rain, maybe the Scouts going resup to try and gain numbers advantage and maybe the flank. But no, it seems just like they're going to muscle them out. They don't think they have right position. So Scotty goes down really early. Uber's popped by Smiley Town. Spitty replies with his Uber, so they got small Uber advantage. They're going to pick ZWK off and try and chase that combo out.
Yeah, for sure. And you see Spitty there barely catching Bath. He got pretty low there. They're trying to get some presence on Spy, not having too much luck there. Pred from WACT going down there, as does Rain from Queensland. And we're seeing Spitty and the Queensland boys move over into pocket. Spitty is now climbing Spire as they cap that up, and the WACT boys will be sorting themselves out on last point, trying to get ready for this defence.
Yeah, there's only a tiny Uber advantage, about 10-15%. It's not a lot to push on, but I think Queensland will probably try and use it, whether maybe just to poke a bit and force them back, or maybe they'll just use some sort of strategy like double scout suicide for the point.
Yeah, for sure. And Lammy is just coming up on 75% Uber now, and Spitty has his Uber, so if Queensland has been calculating properly, they should be heading in now, which they are. And they've popped and they've multi-Ubered all over the place, and they're trying to gain control of left-hand side there on the last point from WACT's perspective. Lots of players going down from both teams. Unfortunately, it looks like WACT is going to lose this. Only Ricky left up. He gets taken out, and Queensland is going to cap this point up nice and quick. Feresar, what do you think of that?
Oh, that was spectacular work by Bulk there. He landed some really good stickies on Paul Lammy and made him crater before he could even get his Uber charge. And he didn't die. No other player died during the interlock, so they were able to just push with their heal advantage.
Absolutely, very good push. And it is what you expect to see from players of this caliber. We are talking about mainly Div 1 players here. Anyway, we're heading into the second one here, and poor Lammy, he can't get up. He's on 28 health. There's too many stickies around. Queensland lost most of their players. WA lucky to get away with this. Very, very nearly lost their medic there. And yeah, because he got caught in Valley, but obviously they got in there and put that damage in quickly, Feresar.
Yeah, it seemed some real early aggression from the WACT soldiers there, and Bath just got taken out so early he couldn't keep Spitty and Bolt protected, and it was just spam central in that 4 corner.
Indeed it was, and Spitty and Lammy is very similar Ubers. Oh, Fat getting mulched, Pred gets taken out. Bath and Bolt going huge, taking out half of WACT. What a whitewash. However, Smiley Town is behind. He's trying to see what he can do. There's a scout on him. And I feel as though I'm missing the action somewhere here. It looks like Spitty has gone down. And Rain has a cap on the middle point, Feresar.
Yeah, ZWK left with no other options. He couldn't really retreat. He decided to go for a med pick, and he got it. But now, Bulk went for the pain train and happily got it.
Indeed. Feresar, if you just want to cast solo for a few seconds, I've just realised my config isn't set.
Yeah, that's righto. Smiley Town goes down, so does Bulk, but this will mean that WACT can take Spy. There's no demo to contest. They do have Uber advantage, so they're going to look to muscle them out with their damage advantage, and maybe we'll see Queensland trying to make a play for the medic. Maybe not. Maybe they'll just hold defensive. There is a back cap going on. The cap on Spy is blocked by Bath, but Smiley Town went back to stop the cap. Does get the back capper with the help of Fat, and Pred does take down Scotty, so it's not looking good for Queensland. They will lose this cap. They will, however, have Uber defending last more than likely.
Yep, certainly hoping they will for their sake. And so we're going to sit with Bath on last point here and watch as WA kicks in. And Uber has been getting some stickies up there early, trying to get some damage on. Bath has repelled that soldier, forced him down. He loses height advantage though. He's just trying to block that medic in. He's going to take that medic out. Ricky and Lammy fall in, as does Rain and Scotty. Plenty of damage going in from both teams, but WA, bit of a failed push there. What do you think happened there, Feresar?
I think the Uber, while it popped the medic, they didn't really gain anything out of it, and the Solly went behind. The medic got disjointed, didn't know what to do. So I think it was miscommunication, which cost a lot of that.
Yeah, for sure. Bath picking off Smiley Town up at corner there. Unfortunately, Smiley Town possibly walked out too far, but we have a play on the medic. Ricky making a play on who is that? Is that Spitty, is it? And,
yeah.
Yeah, Spitty going down. So Queensland just lost their mid. Obviously, this means Lammy has roughly a 50% Uber advantage. Bath trying to jump in there along with Milkmaiden to see if they can put that the other way. Lammy does go down, and Spitty's up, but he's not building Uber yet. And we're just going to come over to Bulk over here. He's quite low. And yeah, so Queensland, it looks like they're going to have to fall back in, Feresar.
Yeah, I don't think they will. I think they will take their numbers advantage that they've got here and they will push them out. They'll probably try and push them out to middle, but they're going to have to be careful because while Queensland doesn't have numbers yet, they will have spawn advantage, so they could make a play here and just, get Spitty down.
Yeah, for sure. And we're just watching them. They've got a 6x cap on the point right here. And Lammy is only sitting on about 25% Uber. They're just sitting around corner. As you can see here, we've got Bulk firing off a few stickies around corner and just peeking and poking, seeing what he can see. And yeah, Spitty's coming up on Uber now, Feresar.
Yeah, they are going to make a push. They do have a 35% advantage. They are going very aggressive with their players. Bulk taking the lead by jumping in. He does eat some big damage there, but Spitty does collect him. They don't kill Lammy or anything, but they do take a lot of position. But Bath is still going for that, but he gets taken out by Pred. Smiley Town gets Bulk, so this is not looking good for Queensland as they also lose Milkmaiden. Still, WA has all their players up. Another one taken down. This is 4-2. Lammy has full Uber ad, so I reckon they're just going to cap this up. They're probably going to even cap Spire.
Yeah, it certainly is looking that way. Spitty and is that Bath trying to back out of there as fast as they can. And they're back around corner and they've been joined by Bulk, who's obviously putting out some stickies around there, trying to get ready for this push. And Spitty's only sitting on 60%, and the Uber has been popped by Lammy. Not too much effect from that. We're just sitting with Milkmaiden, who's seeing what he can do here. Nothing much. He's going to be falling back to last, I imagine. No, he's not. He's coming back out. Spitty's just coming up on 94% as Milkmaiden makes a play for the demo. Scotty goes down there. He gets taken out by Fat and Smiley Town. And yeah, Spitty's sitting with full Uber.
Yeah, they do have Uber and they will try and contest this, and they rightly should, because while they have a few numbers down, they do have full Uber and they need to stop this cap. If they do cap, they're going to be stuck at last, and it's really hard to push off last again. Alright, and they've got respawns here, and they're really pushing them out with an aggressive push.
Yeah, for sure. And Beth getting taken out there, but the ZWK has obviously gone down for the other team. Bulk is getting caught out of position here. Bulk is getting trolleyed. Unfortunately, a smart flank coming from out of house there by a few of those players, and Queensland heading back to last again. Spitty coming up on 50% Uber. No demo up yet, however, he should be up by the time Lammy uses his 100% Uber and pushes in. No, he's not. And they get a half cap on the point. Uber has been popped. Spitty drops. Oh no, he's only on 67%. Smiley Town, Lammy and Pred going down. So Queensland managing to try and salvage the situation. But they're definitely going to be holding last, Feresar.
Oh no, I reckon they will try repush. They'll probably get the cap, but they might have to fall back pretty soon as respawners come up. Fat will try himself, but he is getting some very bad damage done to himself. But he does have backup now. Did get pinned. He is very low there. But no, he's doing quite well. He got baff, so WA will recap and it will be back to last with a slight Uber out, I reckon.
Yep, and they made it a play on the spy there. You see is that Bath down there. And bulk of them for backup. They're in pocket. They're falling out towards lower lobby. They've got a scout there trying to make a play on the demo. That's Fat. He's extremely low, but that scout isn't going to be able to finish that damage off. Got a soldier jumping up to spy. Going to take you bird's eye view so we can get a look at this. Spam rains down from WA and forces Queensland back. Spitty is coming up on 100% Uber though, so they should be able to hold last with no issues. Uber has been popped. Both teams' Uber has been popped. WA firing slightly earlier, but WA seems to have most of their players up still. Queensland's leaked a couple. Smiley Town goes down. Scotty and Spitty go down. That's the medic down. Trying to get a cap on this point. Trying to clean up. And it's a bit of a clusterfuck down there.
It is, but WA did the right thing right at the start. They popped the Uber and then they took the height at top right where there was one or two players. And then they just rained down spam on the players that were not Ubered. And unfortunately for them, there was a few respawners which just got them right in the back. And that's what killed the push for them, I reckon.
Indeed, and we're just going to follow Ricky for a little bit here. Ricky, obviously quite a renowned sniper. And he's going to be peeking around corner and seeing what he can do there. Spots him a little scout. And Spitty and Fat going down there. So that's medic down for Queensland. They're going to be looking to fall back to last. They're still trying to cap out that point. Give him a little bit of extra time. The scout might just get it at this stage. He does. He just caps it out. Good play there by Scotty. And who's that soldier jumping in, trying to make a play on the medic? That's Rain. He does not get very far, Feresar.
No, unfortunately the medic was just too far away for one normal rocket jump. And if he had two, that means only 2 rockets to shoot the medic. Baff does get in though. Baff follows it up.
Wow. Fucking huge! Ricky going massive. Baff and Bulk absolutely smoked. I was just about to comment about how Ricky wasn't having his best sniping night, and then he pulls those out. What do you think of that, Feresar?
Oh, I've played with Ricky quite a few times and played against him, and he can be painful as a sniper. And he shows it there with some very good quick shots. Like, I think it seems to be when he tries to track people, he seems to miss, but when he snapshots, oh, you're in for a headache.
Yep. Yeah, that's how I snipe, yeah, so that's how it is. And Spitty coming up on 50% Uber here. Lammy only just hitting 20. You see, got a scout behind. That's Scotty trying to make a play on Pred there. Pred taking him out, and Ricky trying to give him a little bit of backup with sniper rifle there. We're still following Ricky. Want to see what he can do here. Spitty's coming up on 80% Uber, and Lammy is coming up on 50, Feresar.
Yeah, they WA won't push in because they're afraid that if they go in, Queensland will use this and push into them and force, maybe an early pop away from the point or maybe a few player deaths. So they're just going to wait outside and wait for the Uber to go up before they go inside. Milkmaiden did get Ricky, so Ricky's back up on Scout. There is a Sanctuary, so they're probably going to have to spam that before they push. But we'll see how they go. I mean, we might not know what they do.
Yeah, for sure. And obviously they've got Lammy climbing up. They're just going to take the slow and try and push into upper lobby. Make sure there's no stickies around, etc. And get ready for the push. Lammy, of course, is going to have to be careful. There's no sniper when he jumps across here. No, he's not going to jump. He's just going to stand where the sniper can aim for him. Great. That's wonderful. But yeah, we should see a push soon, Feresar.
Yeah, I do see that dot on the wall though, so the sniper's on the right-hand side, not where Lammy is, but we do see Ricky make a suicide play for the point, so he might be coming back up as a util. This is probably just, something to do to lessen the chance of wasting time. He'll probably come back up as sniper, maybe spy. Do we see anything from him? Yep, we see him come back up as spy, so Ricky's also a fairly good spy.
Some of you may have just missed it. In fact, no, it is still there. For those of you who have seen Subtitles' excellent experiment video, which was recently released, you'll probably be familiar with that cheeky sentry spot behind last point on Badlands there. And as you can see, everyone who's seen the video is like, that's pretty cool, I'm going to try that. So they've got that sentry up behind last there. And I'm going to just cycle through and find Ricky, and we're going to see what he can do.
Yeah, he's right, coming up the right-hand side of last now. He's trying to go for the medic. Oh, they've Ubered in while Ricky's trying to do something there. So what's he going to do? He's going for the sentry.
Excellent communication. However, he does get the sap on that, and he's disguised as a demo man, and he catches Baff on the way back up. Medic should have been calling that. Medic didn't call that quick enough, and Ricky, he will be lolling his way. Oh, he's going to come up behind the medic, and they get the cap with the backstab. Oh, huge.
Yeah, Ricky, he's a really smart guy. I think he's not underestimated. He's just, people don't see him as good as he actually is. He's a really good utility. He knows what he should be doing. He's just a generally good scout around.
Yeah, definitely picks his moments. As you see from the Queensland, looks like they're doing a quite aggressive rollout. Soldier jumping up there, Fat getting taken out. Rain does get taken out there though. And Spitty all by his lonesome in-house there, as we can see on the screen. And it's still only Fat and Rain down. So much spam, both teams so low. Neither one's dropped a player, even though they're so low. Baff is on absolutely nothing, as is Ricky. Like, this is just incredible.
Yeah, eventually they do go down, like the spam does catch up with them. Spitty gets cut off from Bulk, and Bulk gets taken down by a scout. Spitty shoots a sort of a random arrow, maybe hoping for a kill or something, but yeah, he connects back up with Rain on Greybridge, so it's probably a loose hold. I think we might see a scout play or something, maybe to try and force an early pop.
Yeah, for sure. And Queensland looks like they're just going to fall back into upper lobby here, and they're just going to come out into pocket. Obviously that was read by Fat, but Fat is caught out by himself and he gets taken out, so that's a demo advantage for Queensland. And of course both teams have Uber. Lammy has popped his. Spitty only just popping now. They have a definite advantage here if they can get their shit together.
Yep, they do have Demo Man advantage, and now another Solly as well, so they will push them out of corner. I'm hoping that they do take this into middle, because there's only one Solly who can spam them. Just lead with Bolt walking forward and a Soldier rocket jumping forward, and you'll be fine. Yep, and that's what they do. They all start moving in. Very aggressive by Baff and Rain. Taking it right to them. Fat killing himself on the jumping Rain. And there's a little scout battle going on in Valley, but that'll just come out to nothing, so they'll wrap up this point. They've got a slight Uber advantage. They do have number advantage, so they'll probably make a push.
Yeah, and this is an interesting time to bring up, to bring up gunboats, and I'm really liking ozfortress, just competitive play in Australia without gunboats. What about you?
Oh, I think they do add a bit of difference. Like, some jumps are more risky for the Roma, but I think it speeds up gameplay, which would be a really good thing if gunboats were included, since Romas don't have to be so reliant on a buff. Yeah,
this is true. And we're just following Lammy. They're in upper lobby. They were obviously doing a close hold, maybe trying to get a sentry up. Oh, Lammy! Lammy! Positioning fail. Lammy gets taken out. He drops, and Queensland is going to come in, and they're going to use this advantage. WA dropping players like flies. And wow, absolutely.
Oh my god, poor Lammy, man. That was just spam. It caught him just in the nick of it, and he died. And he'd be killing himself over that. He would be absolutely spewing.
Yeah, it wasn't like a big fail on his part. I know I yelled out. That was quite unfortunate, but just a second too slow. He sees the Soldier coming back in, didn't follow him quick enough. And judging by these rollouts, look at that. Bulk obviously getting her a hell of a lot faster than Fat. And as you can see, Soldier's going aggressive from WA, coming in over the top. No deaths on each team yet, however, you have a bombing Soldier on over the side. That's Rain. He doesn't get much done. He can't do the Buddha. And Bulk going down on there as well. Queensland at a definite disadvantage there. Still got a scout poking around at that medic. Not going to get much. He's going to try and escape under bridge, and WA is going to cap this point up Feresar.
Yeah, and they got full Uber advantage, so we'll see Queensland make a play for the medic. They have to get this medic pop. If they don't, then they will lose Spire, and they will more than likely lose last.
Indeed, and oh, look at that! Nice.
Yeah, he does try. He does get the pop. He does get a soldier, but Ricky takes him down. So Baff did his job very well. They're going to lose Spire, but now it's equal Uber. Baff will be back up, so they'll have a solid defense.
Indeed, there's nothing worse than sacking a soldier to try and make that play, and it not working out, and being on last with not only Uber disadvantage but a player disadvantage as well. However, that worked out pretty well. Lammy, what the hell just happened?
Scotty doing a bit of a bouncy and footwork, maybe some popper hat star jumps there as he takes him out, dancing around 4 different players.
I completely missed that. Salami going down. This means Spitty is going to have no trouble getting his Uber up in time. He's going to have damn near 80% advantage, and they will be able to hold last without too many worries. Be interesting to see, Feresar, whether Queensland actually pushes out on this or not.
I reckon Baff will poke. It's a lot like Baff to take his Uber advantages and use them properly. They've got enough people defending last. Oh, Fat catches out Spitty with a sticky trap. Baff just doesn't communicate it fast enough. But now Baff's trying to do something, maybe to make back up for it, but no. Bulk's going back inside. He knows what's going to happen now. He's going to try and stay alive and defend the disadvantage.
Oh my god, neither medic can keep an Uber in this game, Feresar.
Oh, I know exactly how that feels, don't you worry.
And obviously we've got a bit of action on last. The sentry gun's going. Lammy has popped his Uber, getting in there and destroying that sentry gun, trying to remove the stickies from the point, and they possibly could have already had a cap by now. They do get the cap, and Queensland going to be reduced to Gibbs on the floor of Badlands last Feresar.
Yeah, fortunately enough, that shows exactly how you need to play Badlands last. You stack the cat with one person, force them to drop, and then you just damage the hell out of it and just keep repeating that until you cap.
Yeah, definitely get rid of that height advantage, and yeah. Anyway, so we're just coming on to mid here, and as before, seeing the soldiers go quite aggressive. CWK going down, Spitty and Rain going down. Smiley Town comes from behind and says, "Hello, Spitty, how you doing?" And of course, Lammy getting taken out by Baff there. So we have only the scouts left up from Queensland. Now only one left up is trying to retain that point. No luck. Way too many players up from WA. Please press tab in future, son.
Yeah, unfortunately, they did lose too many players to spam. I think they seem to be torn between being aggressive and passive, and so the aggressive players get destroyed, and then the defensive ones just get overwhelmed by sheer numbers.
Yeah, and I mean, this is to be expected in this competition because these aren't cohesive teams that have always played together. There's going to be these, niggles with communication and people not being used to each other's playstyle, eh, Feresar?
Yeah, I can't have got anything to add to that. I completely agree.
Sorry, apologies for that. Meant to pass you something you can use. Anyway, moving on. Lammy coming up to 45%. Spitty coming up to 70%. There's roughly 20% between them. So Queensland is going to have Uber to hold this if they're lucky. But Milkmaiden going down in house there, and Scotty going down as well. Ricky putting in the damage of a little bit of backup from Fat. And obviously we're seeing a scout play in the Queensland medic down there. Ricky does go down though. And I imagine that WA is going to be able to cap this point up without too many issues. We see Bulk and Spitty pop Uber over in pocket all by themselves. I'm not even sure what they're doing over here, Feresar.
I think they were trying to hold it, but there was a bit of miscommunication with where Baff was. He was still in lower lobby trying to poke the main door. Rain was on battlements, but he got jumped, so unfortunately the Uber was a bit wasted. But Baff has gone and made them pop now, and they will try and retreat, but Spitty's on the red here, so it could be some trouble. No, he does get safely out. He does connect back up with Rain. And Milkmaiden doing work out there, Greaver.
Indeed. They were very lucky to get out of that, actually. If I didn't think they were going to be able to pull out of there in time, and that they were going to get caught up in a bunch of fat stickies, for want of a better term. So, only one player left up for WA, and that is Pred, and he's kicking back on mid, and he's like, no, I am out of there. I'm kick back and go to Spire. And we should see Queensland comfortably come and take control of a spy point as well with that significant Uber advantage.
Yep, they do have, they've got more heals than everyone else. They do have Uber, so Queensland, WACT is not in a good position, but Ball gets taken down, being a bit too aggressive. Ricky and Pred pick him off. Scotty picks off ZWK, but Fat getting a nice kill on Rain. Spitty's finding himself very surrounded. He's forced to pop. He doesn't have a lot of damaged players around him though, so
Run, Lemmy, run!
yeah, there's just not much they can do. So Bath is going to maybe go for a pop, maybe some picks. He doesn't really get anything, but gets taken down.
Look at that! Fat, perfect timing. Puts down a sticky. Bath lands on it. And this poor scout's probably about to get the same. Yes, he does. Scotty gets taken out. Fat with those stickies. Absolutely raping up. And honestly, I couldn't tell you who has the advantage in this game, Feresar.
Ooh, it's very hard to tell. I think Queensland do because the players there are more experienced. A lot of them have played at higher levels, whereas WA tends to be relatively newer players to Div 1, with a couple of experienced players mixed in there. But yeah, I think Queensland does have. They've got at least the knowledge advantage, and I reckon they've got the demo man advantage. Bulk is just better than Fat, not by a lot, but he's better.
Yep. And saying that he's better is no fuss on Fat either. Bulk is an exceptional demo, as you would well know. Anyway,
Yeah.
so the Uber has been popped by both teams. WA obviously trying to get up and get control of that spire point. They leave the medic unguarded. What's going to happen here? Bath decides to live and fight another day. No, but Fred comes from behind. But what is this? We have a back cap. Who was that?
Rain
Was that Rain?
snuck through. Yeah, Rain snuck through. Once they kept Spice, Rain, I think, equalised straight to last.
Wow, crazy stuff. And obviously we're just going, just having a little bit of a video break there, people, while we go into half time because as per the new rules for ozfortress on 5CP maps, we have a half time when one team reaches 3. Oh, wow. So what did you think of that first half?
I think it was a really good example of what these two teams are capable of with their players. I mean, it was very close. Queensland had the slight upper hand, but if they got too cocky about it, then WACT really did punish them for it.
Indeed. I tell you what, as New Zealand team captain, I am sweating right now.
A bit scared, are you?
Already lost one elim. I can see a second one in our future, and that'll be that. Double elim, and we're out. Anyway.
Well,
sorry.
What I thought would be a good idea for the State of Origin, just to make it run a bit longer, was if they had a bit of a round robin at the start. So each team plays each team once, and then that determines your seedings for the double limb tourney. That way, teams actually focus on working together. Otherwise, they just, they sort of rock up a bit like a pug game. Where's the fun in that?
Exactly. Definitely agree with you there, mate. And yeah, I mean, I suppose it's the whole thing with such active admins on ozfortress. They got so many competitions, in the works and stuff. Even trying to fit stuff like this in. But yeah, anyway, we're just going to take a very, very small pause, and we'll be back with the action in probably 30 seconds. Keep listening.